Shalom, giving praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Racha, Kodash. Dub honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is Aratazah from the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp with another video. All right, and pretty much, man, the title of this video is "Our Mental Calluses is Being Built." All right, or something to that effect. And the term mental calluses, all right, as you should be seeing on your screen, comes from an individual by the name of David Goggins. All right, you brothers and sisters that may watch, you probably heard of this guy, seen him on, YouTube and social media, and these different motivational type videos. All right, and he has a idea called mental calluses, which a calluses is like usually you get calluses on your hands or on your feet, and what happens is your skin produces calluses to be able to endure a certain activity. So like if you run a lot, like I think it says here in this quote, if you run a lot, your feet will develop calluses so that it can withstand all that running that you're doing. All right, if you work in construction or you work with tools and things of that nature, your hands will develop calluses to be able to withstand the workload, man. So it's the same thing with our minds. All right, our minds develop a form of like a spiritual calluses to be able to deal with pain, going through hardships or going through adversity. That's what happens to us in this truth, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is building up our mental calluses, and we're basically becoming numb to hell, so to speak, to a certain degree. And what also kind of inspired this video, last night was the Passover, which we're still in the Passover right now, but last night, we did the service. And as we're eating the Passover, all right, you got the lamb, you got the unleavened bread, the wine, and a bitter herb. Brothers kind of noticed, like, could we have, we use the horseradish for the bitter herb. Brothers is like, man, you notice, this bitter herb ain't really, it's not as strong as it used to be years ago. For a lot of brothers, this is our 12th, 13th, hell, damn near 14th Passover. And we're like, we noticed, like, wait a minute, this bitter herb ain't really as strong as that. It was spiritual. The reason why it's not kicking as much is because we have, spiritually, the Lord is making us numb to the hell that we catch. So I'm gonna read this quote here. I just found this on Google. This guy says, this is from David Goggins. It says, quote, "It hurts, but that's all it does. The most difficult part of the training is training your mind. You build calluses on your feet to endure the road. You build calluses on your mind, to endure the pain. There's only one way to do that. You have to get out there and run." David Goggins. So yeah, that's, you can apply that to this truth. All right, our minds are being developed to be able to withstand the hell, to withstand the misery, to be able to withstand or resist these afflictions, man. Because it's going to get harder out here, but our minds are being prepared for that, man. All right, so I just wanted to get a couple of scriptures. These is what came to mind first. All right, scriptures that we all know and familiar with. 2 Timothy 2, and I'll get right to the point. All right, verse 3. You see the title of the chapter there says, "Be strong." All right, yeah. So we're being strengthened through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai through these afflictions and these situations we find ourselves in. All right, 2 Timothy 2 and 3. "Thou therefore endure hardness." Endure means just that. It means to be made hard. All right, so our minds, just there you have the calluses, as I mentioned, on your hands and feet. We had particular portion of skin hardens. All right, our spirits are being hardened, our minds are being hardened. You know, and this is a race of endurance. So it says, "Now therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua," which I believe the word soldier, brothers going to all the time, means to be solitary. All right, it means to be by yourself. So even though that's the balance of it, even though this is this is a thing of brotherhood, and this is a team effort. At the same time, it's really an individual thing as well. That's why Scripture says, "Let every man work out his own salvation with fear and trembling." So even though this is a team effort and we have a brotherhood, at the same time, this is an individual quest. All right, towards that crown. All right, then it says, verse 4: "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." Right, so you can't get entangled with this world, man. All right, you can't get entangled with the affairs of this life and the thing of this world. All right, like the Dallas Brothers have a quote. All right, that your personal life is like a side hustle. That's something you do on your side. All right, your family, your job, your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. That's just something you do on the side, man. What comes first is what you have to do to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Everything that's comes with doing this ministry. All right, and that was the point. All right, so the main point there was what? To endure hardness. All right, and that's what we're doing. The Most High is making us do. Okay. 2 Timothy 4 and let's see. Let's get right to the point. Verse 5. You can really start up, but let's get to the point. 2 Timothy 4 and 5. It says, "But watch thou in all things." Right? Gotta be watchful, circumspect. You have to, be able to see things, be watching all things. It says, "Endure afflictions." So there goes the word endure again. It means to be made hard, man. These afflictions harden us, harden our spirits, harden our mind. All right, those going back to David Goggins, spiritual calluses is being produced. Okay, which the average person out here, the Most High is not developing their goddamn spiritual or mental calluses, man. That's why they're gonna fold like lawn chairs, so to speak, when all hell break loose, man. Okay, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. The average person out here, the Lord has not bestowed that upon them. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures and the prophecy. So they're gonna be left out here just lost, man. But us, the Lord is taking us through these afflictions to build us up. All right. So it says, "Endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist." An evangelist is someone who brings good tidings. So essentially somebody who teaches the gospel. And that's what we're doing. Starting with the apostles, elders, and the rest of the brothers, throughout the camps and throughout the world. All right. We've been set up to teach. Okay. Bring good tidings to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right. And then it says, "Make full proof of thy ministry," which you go into that word, to make full proof. It means to make perfect. All right. You go into it means to make perfect, so that the ministry doesn't have any gaps. Basically all our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. Everything is flowing of course, nothing's going to be perfect, but it has to appear as perfect. It has to be that tight. Okay, and that's what we're set up in this truth to do, man, is to do this thing the proper way, all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, truth and sincerity. All right, but a part of that process is enduring the afflictions that the Most High puts upon us. Okay, and then it goes on there. It says, "For I now have ready to be offered in the time of my departures at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." So there's a fight. All right. So like I said, it's a race of endurance. Anybody who's either been in the ring boxing or you just watch boxing or combat sports, you got to have a crazy level of endurance. Them rounds are long, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fight. Not how fast you can do it, but how long you can endure this this process, man. See? Next scripture, I think that was it on that. 1 Corinthians 13 and 6. The point is in 7. It says, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Right? You bear things. That means you carry. You carry these burdens, you carry these thoughts. That's a part of that building process. And it says, believeth all things, believe all things pertaining to this truth, the prophecies. It says, hopeth all things, right? This is the year of the hope, the hopeful year, the prophecies coming to pass. You hope that Yahweh Shem Yahweh shall come and save us out of this hell. We hope he destroy Esau, and the nations. You hope the prophecies come. Then finally it says, endureth all things, which that, the word endurance is pretty much in every, or endure is in every scripture I pretty much had up here, which again means to be, to be made hard. I'm just curious to see what the etymology line says about the word endure. I don't think I looked it up in here. Let's see what it says, and then we'll get the last scripture next. Right, endure, late 14th century, to undergo, or to undergo or suffer. So synonymous with patience. Says, especially without breaking. See that? You basically can't break, meaning you can't quit. You gotta stay firm. It says also to continue in existence. Yep, there you go. 12th century. Make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. To make hard. So that's what endure means. See that? And then you skip on down. Be firm, solid, steadfast. And that's the scripture. I think that's 1 Corinthians 15. Let's go there real quick. I think it's 15, like around the last verse. Yeah. First Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast. See? We just read that here. See? To be firm, solid, steadfast, man. Unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So our enduring, our labor, our suffering, our patience, our hope, our loyalty to Yahweh, that's not in vain, man. Right? The Lord sees all of that. So it's definitely worth it, man. All right. So yeah, that's it on that. It's the last scripture. All right. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, which another word for temptation is test. All right. So you come to serve the Lord, be ready to go through a number of tests. Then it says, verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. See, constantly endure. So that that's pretty much the theme of the video, enduring. And make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Going into how the Lord's not going to forget our labor, which we showed toward his name. I think it says that in Hebrews. So all we gotta do is just stay put, as they say, and continue to believe and endure in his truth. And the Lord's going to increase us. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient, meaning to suffer or endure, when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in a fire, acceptable men in a furnace of adversity. That fire, so we're going through the mental or the spiritual fire, as of right now, so that we don't have to endure that physical fire that's coming, man. That's going to completely obliterate these damn people on the earth. Believe in him, and he will help thee order thy way right, and trust in him. Then you brothers already know this is a badass chapter. This really could read the whole thing, but I just wanted to get that few verses there, especially the part where it says to constantly endure. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You know, just wanted to do a quick video on that, as far as our mental calluses. All right, which is our idea, I guess, brought out by this guy David Goggins. He does good motivational videos. Working out, and stop being a bitch, and and just go hard, man. So so that definitely aligns with this truth, and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, going hard, enduring the adversity, so that as we read, in the end, the Most High will increase us. So with that, Lord willing, you was edified, giving the praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Chad Kodash, and Lord willingly, to the next video, I'm gonna say Shalom.